What if I told you there's a language spoken by over 300,000 people tucked away in the mighty Karakoram Mountains in northern Pakistan that is completely unrelated to any other languages in the world?
Tange olteresine ba tan olteresine da kute barawlo yarum chagaming oretasine ja chamati chamke ma mare alto hazar ke alto sas ke walti thadanim yarum hunzue chagamin maricham da kuse thane barawlo mar chagabaricham.
Welcome to Burushaski, a linguistic mystery, a cultural treasure. Historically, Burushaski was an entirely oral language. It has no classical script of its own and was passed down through generations via storytelling, poetry, songs, and everyday use. So where is it spoken? Well, in this area where I am now, in northern Pakistan. It's the native language of the Burusho people, primarily living in the breathtaking valleys of Gilgit Baltistan. Hunza, known for its majestic peaks and vibrant apricot blossoms. Nagar, just across the river, with a distinct cultural identity. Yasin, further west, known for its historical trade routes and hardy mountain life. A few hundred speakers also live in northern Jammu Kashmir, but the language remains firmly rooted in the high valleys of Pakistan. Burushaski is what linguists call a language isolate. That means it has no proven connection to any other known language family. Not Indo-European, not Altaic, not even nearby languages like Shina or Waki. Despite decades of research, no linguist has been able to convincingly link Burushaski to another tongue. Burushaski isn't monolithic. It has three dialects. Hunza dialect, the most widely spoken one, Nagar dialect, closely related to the Hunza dialect since it's so close, and the Yasin dialect of Yasin Valleys, which is more conservative with unique features. These dialects are mutually intelligible, though pronunciation, vocabulary, and grammatical nuances differ. Let's take a look at some of the linguistic characteristics. Burushaski is a linguistic marvel of structure, complex and elegant, typologically rare. As a language isolate, it has evolved its own path from the grammatical patterns of neighboring languages like Urdu or Shina. Instead, it has developed a richly layered system shaped by centuries of relative isolation in the high valleys of the Karakoram Mountains. The result is a grammar that combines features rarely found together in a single language, making Burushaski one of the most distinctive linguistic systems in the world. Burushaski is largely a head final at the phrase level. So what does this mean? Instead of using a relative pronoun and putting what describes the head or the main subject second, the head or main subject comes last or final. An example would be, in English we say, the man who came yesterday. In Burushaski, you would say, yesterday came man. It also has a mixed genitive structure. What do I mean by that? Well, I'm talking about genitive in the sense of showing possession. So most languages which are head final, like Japanese, Korean, the possessor comes first, followed by a grammatical particle, and then the possessed thing. For example, Mariko no hon. Mariko no hon. Mariko's book in Japanese. And the no is like the S in English. Mariko's book. So in the same way, in Burushaski, Hasan ay kitab. So in the same way, Hasan ay kitab. So we have Hasan, the genitive particle, and book. Burushaski also has subject, object, verb, like many other languages in this area of Pakistan, India, such as Nepali, Urdu, Hindi, and other Sanskrit-based languages. So imagine saying, I bought this book for 10 rupees. You would say, this book for 10 rupees I bought, but you wouldn't actually use the pronoun. It's dropped. It's seen in the conjugation of the verb. Burushaski verbs are also agglutinative, meaning multiple prefixes and suffixes are stacked in order. A single verb can encode subject and object agreement, hence, aspect, mood, negation, noun class of the direct object, voice. Linguists have identified up to 11 morphological slots in the verb structure, creating highly expressive verb forms from compact roots, such as gender, number, and noun class agreement. Burushaski has 4 noun classes, each affecting agreement on verbs, adjectives, and pronouns. One is male, human, and gods. Another is female, humans, and spirits. Then we have countable non-human things such as tools, animals, fruits, and then finally mass and abstract nouns such as water, sand, truth. This allows for precise grammatical tracking across a sentence, even when words are dropped or rearranged. Burushaski verbs encode both subject and object information. Pronouns are often dropped, a feature known as prodrop, as I mentioned. The language also shows polypersonal agreement, meaning a single verb can agree with more than one argument. A verb form might express he sees her without using any separate pronouns. Burushaski employs an ergative absolutive alignment, very fancy term. The subject of the transitive verb takes the ergative case. In other words, it's not the nominative case like I in English. The language also has a rich case system, including genitive, dative, ablative, oblique, multiple locative forms, and case markers are often stacked, allowing for compact but information-dense noun phrases. So if you know a Slavic language or Latin that uses cases, that will make more sense to you. I don't want to get into discussing cases. I know there are people watching this video who may not speak a language that has a lot of cases. But by the way, we even have cases in English for pronouns. I for the nominative, and me for the accusative, he sees me, and the dative to me, and my for the genitive. But we don't have them beyond the pronouns. Now, another interesting thing about Burushaski is its counting system. It uses base 20 instead of base 10. So we see that, for example, in French for a few numbers. In Burushaski, 40 would be 2 20s, 60 3 20s, 80 4 20s, and so on. Now, what about the vocabulary? Let's talk about contact and loan words. Over the centuries, Burushaski has absorbed vocabulary from its neighbors. For example, Urdu for government, technology, and religion. Shina and Khowar for everyday objects, natural environment. Persian and Turkish languages via trade and conquest. Yet despite this, its core grammatical structure remains intact, resisting external change much more than expected. This gives it a unique texture, ancient in syntax, but cosmopolitan in vocabulary. You're going to hear some interviews, some native speakers actually speaking Burushaski. And you'll notice, for example, an interview with a younger guy, let's say under 30, had a number of borrowed words, especially Urdu. What is your name?
Jaek Nurdin Bila. Jaek Nurdin Bila. Jaek means my name is Nuruddin.
So what is the word for name?
Ek. Ja means my.
How are you?
Behal Bila. Behal Bila. Hal means
Health.
how. Yeah, health. And Bila means how are you.
And how do you say I'm from Hunza?
Je Hundu Tsumba. Je Hundu Tsumba. Good morning. We say Behal Bila. Mamyon Thik Bana. And early in the morning when are getting in the room, we say Behal Bila. How are you?
I
Yes.
see.
Hi and Behal Bila.
And how do I say thank you?
Thank you, Juna.
Juna.
Juna. Thank
Here
you
it
for
says
saying.
afsos. Is there-
Afsos is the word for we can say if someone dies and we can say Afsos manimi for
I'm
any
sorry.
accident
Like,
and bad accident.
Oh, then
occurs
you
with
say
us.
afsos.
Yeah, Afsos.
But normally if I say thank you to you, I say,
Juna.
Juna, I bought water.
Ja Thilan Ganam. Thil water.
Yes.
At Hunza, we in our Burushaski language we called a thil for water. Ja Thilan Ganam. I brought water.
He bought water.
Ine. For the third person, we can use ine. For me, ja. Ja is for the first person and second person for ine, or the third person for ine. We can use.
What about she bought water? Same?
For same, ine thilan ganumo. It's at the last we can change the sentence. Ine thilan ganimi. Ine thilan gashar ganimi. For by we can say gashar. Gashar thilan ganimi. Ganimi means for male. And for female, we can use ine thilan gashar ganumo. Ganumo. Ganimi.
How do you say we, male,
Yeah,
bought
yeah.
water?
Mi thilan ganuman. Mi thil gashar ganuman.
And if
Me
it's all,
till
if
for-
we're all women, what do we say?
Uwe thil gashar ganuman.
Same?
Same, yeah.
Okay. And they bought water.
For also at that Uwe thil and gashar ganuman for the collective a group of the people.
Okay. The verb buy is what? To buy.
Gashar.
Gashar.
Ganuman.
Okay. So how do I say I want to buy water?
Ja thilan gashar ganas raichawa. Ja thilan gashar ganas raichawa. I want to buy a water.
Okay.
Or we can say unele thil bila gashar. Unele thil gashar bila. Have you water for sale?
So what is the bila meaning?
Bila matlab hai. Sorry, is for like have. You have?
Do you have?
Yeah,
So
they
at
have.
the end, like hey, like in
Hey.
Urdu.
Yeah, in hai Urdu, yes.
So water for sale. Do you have water for sale? One more time, please.
Unele thilan gashar bila.
Gasha bila.
Gasha.
So like Urdu, like ke liye
के लिए yes के लिए
is
भेजने के लिए क्या आपके पास भेजने के लिए पानी है yeah
okay.
And
So
that's-
repeat one more time. Do you have water to sell?
उनले थिलन गशर बिला
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
How do I say Hunza is very beautiful?
हुन्जो दिश बुद्धल तसन बिला हुन्जो दिश बुद्धल तसन बिला
Could you explain the sentence?
The Hunza is very beautiful. Hunzo is Hunzo and Hunza and Daltasan means beautiful and Hunzo Daltasan bila hey. Hunzo Daltasan bila means Hunza is beautiful.
I am eating rice.
Ja bras chechawa. Ja bras chechawa. I am eating a rice. I is for me and eating is for shechawa. And rice is for brass. Brass. Ja brass shechaba. I am eating a brass. I is for me and eating shechaba. And brass is for rice.
Okay. And
Brass.
she is drinking water.
Ine thilan mibo. Ine thilan mibo. Ine means she, or thilan, thil is for water, or mibo matlab it's for drinking water.
We are going to the village.
J conditioner niyam. J yeah it's also you call J.
J is I though. You mean
J-
we also?
J yeah.
We are going.
Yeah. Me conditioner niman. Conditioner niman. Han gawaner niman.
So-
Me han gawaner niman. Me is for a collective group of the people, and niman means went at there. and gaon for in Urdu you call it or dishan. Dishan is a local word for which we call it for any kind of place.
So like Urdu Jana.
Jana,
Okay.
yeah. When Niman in Burushaski language.
Nima. Okay.
Dimeman, matlab come.
They are working in the field.
Uwe sise or maybe uwe malanulo doro echan. Uwe malanulo doro echan.
And so the verb to work is deloecha.
Doro echan. Doro is for
Work.
work and doing is for echan.
Okay, so it's like garna.
Karna.
So kam
yes.
karna.
Yes, kam karna.
So the kam is do it.
Doro and doro
Is kam.
work is doro and karna is echan.
Echan, to it.
Yes.
Can you conjugate it for me? For example, I do.
Yes, yes.
No, simply I
Okay.
do. He does. She does. You
J
do.
uwe J matlab I uwe collected of the people or a bunch of the people or ine a single person that a second or third person ine or just like this.
Can you say the child is sleeping?
Ele tatuan neyan bay. Ele tatuan neyan bay. Tato is a child. Or neyan means sleeping. Or bay means he is at there. Yes. Tatuan ele tatuan neyan bay.
The man
Yeah.
ate, past tense, man ate bread.
Ine shapik shuchai. Ine shapik shuchai. Maybe we call it. Ine means the second or third person. Or eating means shuchai. Or shapik we call it. Shapik like dinner, breakfast we call it. Shapik. Doing shapik sheen. Come and eat the dinner or come and eat lunch.
So the verb for to eat is shin.
Shichan, matlab shapik.
Shichan.
Shapik. Sorry, it's for like eating, or we call it like lunch. Doing come and eat lunch. Doing shapik shin.
Okay, so you use it like with lunch, breakfast, dinner.
Yes.
So I eat breakfast is
Ja nashta ja suba mo chai minam.
I eat lunch.
Ja dugui mo shapik shiam.
I eat dinner.
Ja sham mo shapik shiam.
That is my house.
Itite ja ha bila. Itite ja ha bila. Like it's my home.
So itehe, I mean that is.
Ite, yes. Itite.
Itite.
matlab, that's ja means mine.
Mine.
Habila. It's my home.
So which is a word for house or home?
Ha.
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 Only small word.
It's the
Ha.
Malay you can say.
So
Itite ja habila.
so
Bila
how would you
means
say, for example, my mother is home?
Ja mami ha lebo.
Okay, so ha lebo.
Ha lebo.
Where do you
Mummy.
put the at? Like you know in Urdu we say garse.
Garse,
So do you
yes.
put it after or before ha?
Mother is at home. You can say me mami ha lebo. Me
Ha le.
mama.
So le is like at.
Yes.
Ha
yes.
le.
Yes. Ha
Ah.
le.
So
Eight. Yes.
so you say I am at my store.
J dukan at ba. J dukan at nurutin ba. You can say little bit explain. If you little bit explain. J dukan at nurutin ba.
Okay, what about the word in? Like when we use in. So for example, the book is in the library.
Kitab library ulo bilah.
So here we have library lo.
Lo bilah.
So lo is like in,
Yeah, in.
and then bila. I
Library ulo bilah.
Okay. But let's talk about future tense a little bit, okay?
Okay.
I will go tomorrow.
J jimale nicham.
So I will go to Gilgit tomorrow.
J jimale gilter nicham. Nicham.
Micham is.
Nicham. Yeah.
How is that different than I am going to Gilgit now?
J mutu I gilter nias ba. Nias ba.
Is
For
right.
present tense.
Okay.
We can. If
Now let's look at the future. He will bring
water. Ine thilan sumi.
Okay. And if I say he is bringing water,
Yes. He is bringing a water. Ine thilan susha.
tomorrow we will meet the teacher.
Mi sabur ustad ne ka mila manuman.
Ustad
Mi
is a
sabur-
teacher.
Yeah, teacher. Ustad is na. Mi sabur ustad ka mila manuman. Master in English we can use, and ustad is in Urdu.
Yes.
And maybe I forget the.
So sometimes you borrow the word.
Yeah.
People mix the words
Yes,
there.
yes.
Okay. Okay. They, my friends, let's say my friends.
Ja,
My
dosto.
friends will come next week.
Ja dost show yati kanum haftar ruwa shuban.
So you're also using Urdu dost.
Dost, yeah.
Yeah.
Ya ja yarayo yati kanum haftar ruwa shuban.
So Yarayo is
Yes,
also friend.
Yarayo is for friends. Ja Yarayo. My friends, Ruwa Shuban, Yatkan Haftaulo. Come in next week.
I don't understand.
Ja Asulo Apalimi.
He doesn't understand.
Ine Esuli Apalimi.
They don't understand.
Uwa Osuli Apalimi.
I understand.
Ja Asulu Balimi.
Do you understand?
Unegosulu Balimia. Unegosulu Balimia.
She doesn't eat meat.
Ine Chap Oshchubo. Ine Chap Oshchubo.
So how do I make a negative? So if I want to say compare, she eats meat, she does not eat meat.
Ine Chap Chechuboa. Be Ine Chap Oshchubo.
Okay, one more time, please.
Ini chap chechuboa. Be ini chap oshchubo.
He didn't come. They didn't sleep.
U ayoyanan. U ayoyanan.
Thank you very much for your help.
Juna.
So, Juna,
Yes, ये हुंजु मुबा करीमाबातुम या एक अजीम बिला किनी एक मंसूर बिला किनी एक राशिद बिला.
how old are you now?
Now I am 32.
How?
32.
19. 25.
Okay, now say it in Burushaski.
ये altar turmalto dene ba kin ये altar alto
Altar Sindhi.
And if you are interested in my lifelong journey, in which I've traveled to, as of now, 101 countries, and having studied up to 47 languages, using more extensively around 30 of them over the past 5 to 6 decades, then please visit Polyglot Dreams, my website, where my memoir, A Life in 30 Languages, is available not just in English, but many other languages, and also as dual editions. In other words, combined together. For example, English-Japanese, or English-Spanish, or Spanish-Portuguese, etc. On top of that, I've created learning sets. In other words, there are audiobook forms, and you can acquire the dual language ebooks along with the audio to greatly increase your listening comprehension and overall fluency in your target language. In the memoir, I share my experiences in all these different languages and cultures, but also my insights into language learning based not just on my own personal experience, but also the research I carried out for more than 30 years into the areas of foreign language acquisition and cross-cultural adaptation. Thank you for listening, and see you in the next video.